pull up a chair by the heater and we'll talk for a minute. This time around I'm going to show you all how to do a partial restoration on a Craftsman 760D Pumpmaster. So basically it's revision D of the old 760 Powermaster Variant 1 that I'm in the middle of working on. I'm doing this 760D Pumpmaster for my brother. Due to extenuating circumstances, he was relieved of his old pumper pistol, he called it. He really liked it. Assuming it was an old Craftsman, it sounds familiar to us, you know. So anyway, I had to go to harborfreighttools.com, store right up in the corner here, but I don't have a car to get to it. Anywho, they got a set of 4 seal picks for a couple bucks and a set of 5 long pin punches. Boy, you got to know the exact name to call them things, or it'll says it can't find it, or can't find a match, or whatever, you know how computers can be. Because okay, this I don't know if you can see this the little hole right there. See the little black metal threaded sleeve and a little bit of brass. Well, it's a brass gas valve is in here, in front of the piston that's on the end of this lever right here. The pump piston, which pumps into the valve, and there's the usual spacer thing stuck in the barrel right there, like about every Craftsman gas-operated rifle had, whatever. And I can't get this out because it has a sleeve part that goes back to about right here, and you can see this pin. It looks like a pin tube with a hollow pin inside of it. So you need this long, skinny pin punch, they call them. Not a drift punch, a pin punch. Long pin punch to get in there. I don't know if you can see that in there. It's a tube inside of a tube, and you got to get the inside one out because the outside one doesn't move. I tried. And you look in the middle right there. This thing has a little thing sticking up, sort of like that, with a hole that the pin goes through. Okay. You need to get that out to get this off, to pull this whole thing and the pump piston on the end of this lever out the front that way, so you can also drop the gas valve out that's back here, right about there, matter of fact. Well, back's about here, and then I can use my Birchwood Casey chemicals to strip off all the old bluing and rust, and then polish it up to 2,500 gram weight paper and re-glue it. And also, okay, here's the barrel. Here's a valve connector thingy, whatever the hell you call that, goes on the end. And I don't know if you can see real good, there's a flat spot right there and right there. Now I hold it straight up, you can see this thing here is cranked a few degrees out of rotation. This part right there should be straight up and down, when the flat spots here and here are straight up and down. See what I'm saying? You can see the flat spots there. There's the flat spot for the rear sight, and there's the one on the end there notched out for the front sight. So everything gets lined up properly when you put it back together. Well, you can see I've got the notches straight up and down, and that thing on the end there is crooked as hell. It's really firm. I don't know if you can get it out to, you know. But I looked through it anyway. It's got some real nice rifling in it. So this barrel is supposed to be 1.5 inches shorter than the 760 Powermaster Variant 1 barrel, and the 760 XL and 761 XLs got the full length rifle barrel. I kind of wondered if I could get that thing out and be able to put that in the end of the 761 XL rifle barrel and use the the screw-on front and rear sights like my older one, variant 1 has, on the 760D here, and get more range out of it with a barrel that's about that much longer. This one this one shoots pretty good though. I carved a star in the bullseye of a 10-meter target, well 10 yard, 10 meter, whatever, at 10 yards with 7.5 grain. This is 177 caliber, by the way, with a 7.5 grain H&N sniper light. I tried a few different pellets in this thing, and it seems to love the sniper lights the most. I gotta look at my targets again, but I'm pretty sure it was a JSB 7.87 grain Express worked almost as well. But yeah, 7.5 grain sniper light worked really great. What's really odd though, look at the chamfer on the end of that barrel. It's got the plastic thing on it like even the Crossman Optimus does now, that just with a little green glow rod in it that presses over the end. Well, that's the newer version of what this one had, but they press over the end and you got a chamfer on the end of the barrel there. I didn't know that till the first time I pulled that sight off, just out of curiosity to see if it was crowned or whatever under there, you know. No, it's got a crown in it, a little bit of a chamfer. If y'all can see that, I hope you can see it. There's just a little bit of a chamfer in the center there. Real nice job on that chamfer. So the chamfer looks beautiful. But yeah, I got the notches are straight up and down where my fingers are, index fingers are. You can see that thing on the end is out of rotation by a good couple of degrees. So I got to figure out how it looks like plastic, but man, I think on there really tight. If I could get that thing loose or at least be able to turn it around where everything lines up the way it's supposed to, that would increase accuracy a lot. Okay, anyway, I saved some of these boxes from like Walmart and Amazon orders and stuff. And I saved the Ziploc bags. They ship various airgun parts and whatnot to me in. Check that out. I forget what, I just got this recently with, I don't know, this kind of clean strip X was in this big bag here. You have to seal it up so in case it leaks and all that kind of, especially plastic. A lot of stuff won't eat through plastic. Like hydrochloric acid will eat through glass, but you put it in a plastic bottle, you're fine. Anyway, so you can see I've got the buttstock in there and the 2 receiver parts, and I got some of these smaller, these long skinny Ziploc bags I make up gorp in to put in with a 1/4 cup of like seeds, nuts, dried fruits, you know. I mix all that up and I put a 1/4 cup in each one, and then we got, my wife and I got some little snacks that are healthy for you. But these are also great for small parts, little screws and the sights and little things like that. Put that in here, the big parts, and seal it all up with a Ziploc bag. That way they stay clean and dry, and you're going to be absolutely sure you're not going to lose anything. And I put it in one of these kind of boxes like that just to keep it from getting banged around. But I was going to do that later in the spring after I got the Hatsan Model 95 stock cut and fitted to fit the edge and striker action. Because the edge striker 1000X and 1000S are all the same barreled action. So you can get for $59.95 plus shipping and handling, and go to Hatsan USA and get the striker 1000X wooden stock, and all three of those actions will drop right in. Now the Model 95 stock I got here has to be modified because it's got to be cut down to about, see, this one is angled like that. The striker is angled the opposite way, back about here, 2 or 3/4 inches shorter, and these holes where the action bolts in on the front here are straight on the 95, but are like at an angle like that on the striker, and back more like about right here. So I've got to plug these two holes and make another angled hole back here and chamfer it and all that with a countersink, which I have. And I am going, the bare wooder, that's what Turkish walnut actually looks like. It's a tan colored wood. And as you can see from looking back here, you can see that's 2 different colors of stain. So I'm going to be using the stripper to get all that off and smooth it out, and then hit it with some medium walnut Danish oil, which will look like as if you took this color, the color of the real wood right there, and just put a honey color over that to make the Turkish walnut show a little more. And I've got the 760 Pumpmaster variant 1 there, first of its kind. It's getting the 761 rifle barrel and a 1892 Winchester style steel butt plate with a tang that goes on top of the stock and everything. What my brother talked to me a couple days ago was asking how the rifle was coming that I told him I was going to give him. I told him I had to re-glue it and kind of fix it here and there. And he asked me how it was going, and I told him I still had to glue it and everything yet. So, long story short, I'm moving that one, the 760D here, to the head of the line. It's also going to have a Simmons 4x32 scope on it. And I will get this all done and give it to him, so he says he's got a problem with a lot of rabbits around his house out in the country, so see what we can do about that. Okay, and here's what the rifle looks like with the scope removed and ready to get to work. And I was able to wrestle the front sight loose, give a little closer look at it, and look up at the inside. And here's what the end of the barrel looks like. You can see the chamfer on the end of the barrel, but not so much that chamfer cut into the end of the barrel. Turn that side here, oiling it up, and then trying to loosen that rear side a little bit so you can pry it up and off with a little screwdriver, which you can see on the left there. Here's the screw from the barrel band on the rear sight. I'm missing the windage and the elevation thing for it. There's a notch in the end of the barrel here where it holds the front sight square, and notch for the rear sight. A little better shot of the one on the front there with the chamfer. And I used a DeWalt with the extension there and a flat blade screwdriver bit to get up in there, that little hole, to get that long bolt out of the buttstock from the action. And here's what the left side receiver half looks like. There's some code numbers here too the 760 EI33, I don't know. And here's the two main sections taken apart that I need to reblue. And the right side is the part that's got all the trigger and pump bits on it. There's the slot with the metal thing that the buttstock screw goes into. And I'm pointing at how you can see the rear slot is straight up and down, and that thing on the end is crooked. Got to square that up a little bit so that those notches are straight up and down when you get it all put back in together in the gun and the sights go on straight. Well, that's what I got so far. And once the Harbor Freight stuff comes in, and the other couple things from Walmart, I need to do the stripping on the stocks and stuff. We're gonna have 3 or 4 rifles worth of work getting done here over the winter and get all that done. By spring, we'll get in the car and get me and my son out there hunting. I'm going to do this. It's just a matter of finances to get everything going. So, Lord willing, the creeks don't rise. We'll see you again.